This fine young man who joins the conversation now. It's NewsNation correspondent at large, Geraldo Rivera. I'll get to.
Connell, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I do want to talk about that, the gray wave or whatever you want to call it, and what the impact is with everything going on. But let me start with I mentioned Stephanopoulos, and there's been other kind of movement on the Biden side of things. Any thoughts on the Stephanopoulos thing? I mean, because someone caught him on the street, and he says, "No, I don't think he can serve another 4 years."
I think TMZ has done it again. They caught someone at a moment of unintended candor. I think that Stephanopoulos certainly did not mean to publicize his views, his negative views on the President Biden's capacity to serve. But there it was. It's out there. You know, he didn't intend it, but it certainly smacked of sincerity to me. That, coupled with the other George you mentioned, Clooney, who would be a great candidate for president, indicates how there is this boiling, this kind of ferment on the liberal side, on the Democratic side, about Biden. Biden has to go. Great man. Everyone loves him. They'd love him more if they saw his back instead of his front. It's very unsettling.
What I thought was most interesting about what Clooney said specifically is he called out this the fact that a lot of Democrats in public are saying one thing, behind closed doors are saying another. And he says the guy that was on the stage with him at the fundraiser in L.A. is the same guy that was on the debate stage, and it's not good. And he says people should be honest about that. And I think that's why the Pelosi comments this morning got a lot of attention, because she was on MSNBC, and she had a chance to just, when they asked her, she said she could have just supported Biden flat out, but she didn't. Let me just play that clip, then we'll come back and talk about what's going on here. It's Nancy Pelosi.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short.
Well, the thing is, Geraldo, technically, he has decided, or he says he has. I mean, he said, "I'm running," and she and others in the Democratic Party are sending some sort of a message, right? When they say, "Well, he needs to decide." So, what's going on?
Well, first of all, his decision counts. It is the only opinion that really matters under the Constitution, unless you remove him for disability under the 25th Amendment or impeach him. There's absolutely no way to remove the president, or in this case, because he has the elected delegates, there's no way to, if he opposes, to strip him of the nomination that is inevitably his come the Democratic convention in August. It is a real dilemma. Here you have people who love Joe Biden, who obviously vote Democrat, like Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert last night, he said, you know, some very nice things about Joe Biden. He was very, very concerned about, you know, his mental capacity and mental acuity and all the rest of it. And Colbert said, aside from saying that he wished Joe Biden would step aside, he also said that Joe Biden was not the same person he was in April when he was on stage at Radio City Music Hall with Colbert and Obama and, you know, the big press conference there about the big fundraiser at Radio City, that he has deteriorated even since then.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.